So in the next few days, we have this day which is known as Valentine's Day. And many youngsters, boys and girls going to universities, colleges, schools, and nowadays I've heard even in nurseries and primary schools, they look forward to this day, Valentine's Day. So I wanted to go through with you the history of what is this Valentine's Day. And they claim there was this story. And there was a saint, this Buzruk, the Sheikh. And his name was Saint Valentines. Now what happened was we're talking from in the time of in the Romans, 270, 280, 300 CE after Isa alayhi salam. So what happened was the Romans, they actually forced the soldiers to stay single, so they can have concentration on their job, in the army and to fight. The moment they get married, they're thinking of their wives. So there was this saint, like I said, Saint Valentines, and what he would do, he would secretly do nikah. He would secretly conduct marriages, in secrecy. And this because some of the soldiers did want to get married, so he would do the nikah, he would do their marriage. Now there was this king. Now the king's daughter, the princess, she fell in love with one of the soldiers, and she wanted to get married to him, and the soldier wanted to get married to her. And this saint was approached, and he said, "Okay, I'll do it. I will do your marriage. I will conduct your marriage." So in secrecy, he conducted this marriage. The king found out, and he was caught. He was put into prison, and he was sentenced to death. They will hang him. So before he was about to get hanged, or perhaps even after when he was hanged, they found some letters, some cards, because people would send gifts for this person, specifically this girl. She done a big favor for them, so she would send gifts in whatever way they would send gifts in those days. But she wrote a letter. She wrote a letter to him, and she said in the letter, "My Saint's Valentine." My Saint Valentines. And after he was hanged, for the next few years or many years to come, they would commemorate this day. They would celebrate this day because he was so bahadur, he was so brave, and he did a big job for everyone. Yeah? And after that, as the years go past, this Valentine's Day has now been just blown out of proportion, like my teacher Sheikh Abdul Rahim says. It's been blown out of proportion. You go to Tesco, Sainsbury's, the market, anywhere you go, let alone the 14th of February, let alone the 1st of February, we're talking instantly when Christmas season is over, what happens? The advertisements, the celebrations of this Valentine's Day starts. Why? It's all a business. It's all a business. It's just to take your money. In fact, even in places like India and Pakistan, they have so many roses, stools. It's a business. That's what they're doing, and they make a lot of money. Tesco, they're not making as much money, but the people who are at the top, believe me, they're making big money. And everyone is falling into the trap. And it's a day which is known as a day of zina. A day when women and men get together. And the whole point of this day, like I said, is they want to do izhar. So sometimes in school or in college or university, there might be this boy, there might be this girl, they might be liking each other, or there might be a boy that likes a girl. So he finds it difficult to go and approach this girl. So he finds, kya karenge, what should I do? I really like her, I have a crush on her, or she has a crush on him. So on this day, they find the best opportunity. They buy a rose, £1, £2, and they buy a card, and they write in it, "Your Valentines," and write the name there. This is what happens in the community. This is what happens in the society. Allah speaks about this in the Quran. Allah speaks about being pak daman, being pure, behaving properly. Allah says in the Quran, Allah never said in the Quran about don't do zina. Allah never said that in the Quran. In fact, Allah says, "Wala taqrabu zina." Don't go near zina. don't do zina. وَلَا تَفْعَلُوا الزِّنَا. No, Allah didn't say that. Allah is saying, don't go near zina, don't go qareeb, don't even go near zina. And this is going to lead to zina. It's like a domino effect. You give the card, then she starts to like you, then you want to hold hands, then you start hugging, then you want to go out for a little meal, or maybe Costa, a coffee. After coffee, let's go for pizza. After pizza, maybe Sahara Grill, or some restaurant after Sahara Grill. Allah knows best where He's going to take you after that. It's a domino effect. That's why Allah is saying it from the beginning, لا تقربوا الزنا. Don't go near zina. Don't start it from the beginning. And that's why in the Sahaba there were great people. Once Islam came, they left everything. There was a Sahabi, in the Quran there's a verse, my teacher was doing the tafsir of this verse. الزاني لا ينكح إلا زانية أو مشركة والزانية لا ينكحها إلا زاني أو مشرك وحرم ذلك على المؤمنين. So he was saying, some mufassirun have given some commentary of this, that there was a Sahabi and his name was Marthad ibn Marthad al-Ghanami radiyallahu anhu. He was a great Sahabi, big, huge, massive, bulky, huge. And he was known that what he would do is at night, he would travel, or on certain occasions they would travel to Medina. He would travel to Medina. And there were some captives that the Makkans had, the mushrikeen and the disbelievers, they had kept these Muslims in prison camps. And they would keep them as prisoners. So he would go to Makkah, from Medina, and secretly at night time, he would go and take the chains off and he would take them back to Makkah. And put them on the horse. Sometimes they were really weak because they were beaten. So they put them on a horse and take them back to Makkah. This was his great deed that he would do. So there was this, on the way, he once went and he took one prisoner. And on the way back, as he was about to leave the city of Makkah and he was about to embark on this journey, there was this lady, her name was Anaq. And she would do some wrong things. Yeah, a woman doing wrong things, yes. So she must have had some relationship with this Marthad radiyallahu anh, but in the time of the pre-Islamic era. Yeah? And when he became Muslim, he left all of this. So she said to him, "Oh, Marthad, is that you?" He said, "Yes, it's me." He said, "Come on, let's go and do those things that we used to do in the, before you became, let's do those bad things that we used to do before." He said, "La hawla wa la quwwata illa." No, I've accepted Islam and this is haram upon me. Yes? If you really want to, come to Medina, accept Islam, we will get married and everything's halal. She got angry, so she started screaming. She started saying, oh, look, this man, he's taking your prisoners. So he jumped on the horse and he ran for his life. But the point of the story is these Sahaba were serious. The moment they knew that this is haram, this is not permissible. She's not married to you. You can't be going out with these women that they are not married to you. If you want to go out with a girl, there's no harm. Go out with the girl, but get married to her. Then go wherever you want to, you can go with her. Take her to Domino's, the halal Domino's, yeah? Not the ones which are haram, obviously. Take her to restaurants, take her for dessert parlor, and all the halal places that you can think of. Do everything with her, everything's permissible. In fact, some things will even be sadaqah. The Prophet ﷺ said, if you place a morsel of food in her mouth, it's a form of sadaqah. Alhamdulillah. But to go out with them and do haram things is not permissible. One Sahabi came to the Prophet ﷺ, because some youngsters will say, it's very difficult. I find it hard, Imam Sahib, to look, to lower my gaze is very difficult. So one Sahabi came to the Prophet ﷺ and said, Ya Rasulullah, give me ijazah to do zina. So you can imagine if someone came to us and they said that to us, we'll think, astaghfirullah, you better get out of here. The azab will come here. So the Prophet ﷺ gave a beautiful explanation, beautiful answer. He said, have you got a sister? Have you got a mother? Have you got an auntie? Yes. He said, would you like it if they done it to them? Beautiful answer. He said, have you got a mother? Yes. Would you like it if someone done that to your mother or your sister or your daughter or your auntie? No, you wouldn't like it. So remember, that girl that you're looking at, that girl you're about to do zina with, that is also someone's daughter. That is also someone's mother, someone's auntie. Don't do that with them. And this is, we can go so much into detail about this, about looking at the opposite gender who are not married to, who are not your mahram. We can go on for ages. But just this topic of Valentine's Day, which I just don't understand, and people are not understanding. In Islam, if there was to be a Valentine's Day, it would be the entire year. Yes, because what Valentine's Day is, or you buy a little chocolate box and you give it to your wife, and you buy some flowers. Here you go, babe. Here you go, lovely. Hey, take it. And the whole year you haven't been nice to her, but on that day buy a little rose for her. This is not Islam. The Prophet ﷺ was so good to his wives every day. And he was also romantic. The Prophet ﷺ would, Hazrat Aisha radiallahu anha would drink something, and he would turn the glass around after she would give it to the Prophet ﷺ, and he would drink it from the same place that she drank from. Real romance. The Prophet ﷺ demonstrated this to us. Yes? And in Islam, we say that a woman should be respected every day. That you look after her every single day. You be nice to her every day. You buy gifts for her. Okay, maybe not every day because people will get broke, obviously. Yeah, or rinsed out from their pockets. But I'm saying, you buy them on all days. You take them out. You buy them chocolates. You buy them roses. You be nice to them every day. Now, what is this behavior that once a year on 14th, you demonstrate your love to the girl, and the rest of the year, there's no love? No, how does this logically make sense? Islamically, it doesn't make sense. Because the girl that you're married to is someone's daughter. And you have to look after her, because maybe in the future, you might have a daughter and someone will do the same with her. You understand? So Islam, the main point is that if there was to be a Valentine's Day, which there obviously isn't, to show our love, to give gifts, and to give roses and flowers, and this should be done regularly to our wives. We should be nice to them. Every day we should be nice to our wives and show this love towards our wife.